The Battle of Verona in 403 CE marks a significant conflict between the Western Roman Empire, led by General Flavius Stilicho, and the Visigoths under King Alaric I. This encounter is often viewed as Rome's last major military triumph against the Gothic forces, symbolizing not only a temporary tactical victory, but also the complex dynamics of power within a declining Roman Empire. The battle occurred near the city of Verona, in northern Italy, and played a vital role in delaying the Gothic advancements further into Roman territories, thus granting the empire a brief reprieve from external threats. The significance of the Battle of Verona lies in its illustration of Rome's enduring military prowess, albeit waning during this period of history. Despite the empire's weakening infrastructure and resources, Stilicho's leadership showcased strategic brilliance, managing to repel the Gothic forces. This victory momentarily restored some confidence in Rome's military capabilities and offered a glimpse of hope amidst the decay. For instance, this success vividly demonstrated the competence of Roman military strategy and leadership at a time when the empire was grappling with internal fragmentation and external threats. One real-world application of this concept is seen in the value of strong leadership in times of crisis. Stilicho's ability to unify fragmented forces and employ effective tactics underscores the importance of decisive and intelligent leadership, a timeless principle applicable across various sectors from military to business. Another example is the strategic defensive measures. The battle highlights how tactical planning and understanding the enemy's weaknesses can lead to victories even against formidable foes, a concept utilized in strategic planning today. However, the victory at Verona was not without its controversies. Some historians argue that while the battle was a tactical win, it did little to address the empire's underlying vulnerabilities, such as political instability and economic troubles. Alternative viewpoints suggest that the battle delayed an inevitable Gothic resurgence, which later culminated in the sack of Rome in 410 CE. Others point out the challenge of balancing triumph with reality, as the victory may have led to an overestimation of Rome's strength. The Battle of Verona intricately connects to the broader narrative of the Roman Empire's decline, influencing subsequent Roman-Gothic interactions. It underscores the empire's resilience, yet foreshadows the systemic issues leading to eventual downfall. Thus, while serving as a symbol of military prowess, it also highlights the transitory nature of power and the necessity to address deeper societal issues, offering lessons on the sustainability of empires and institutions. The Battle of Verona in 403 CE marks a pivotal moment in the late history of the Roman Empire, representing what is often considered Rome's last significant victory over the Goths. At its essence, the battle encapsulates the military confrontation between the Western Roman forces, led by the distinguished General Stilicho, and the Visigoths, commanded by King Alaric. This battle is not just a testament to Roman resilience, but also highlights the tactical brilliance of Stilicho, who managed to stave off a Gothic invasion that threatened the very heart of Italy. The significance of the Battle of Verona lies in its temporary restoration of Roman pride and territorial security. During this period, Rome faced chronic challenges from various barbarian tribes, among which the Goths were particularly formidable. The victory at Verona underscored the possibility of Roman military recovery and provided a brief semblance of stability in an era plagued by decline. It represents a momentary resurgence of Roman control over its territories, delaying the encroachment of Germanic tribes upon the Roman heartland. Specific examples demonstrating the significance of this battle include Stilicho's use of strategic reserves to launch counteroffensives against the Goths, showcasing Roman military adaptability against a numerically superior foe. Additionally, Stilicho's diplomatic acuity negotiating with hostile factions and integrating barbarian troops into his legions, illustrated an evolving Roman approach to managing threats. Support for the decisive nature of this victory can be seen in the works of contemporary and later historians who regard Stilicho as one of Rome's last great defenders, a figure who passionately delayed the inevitable decline of Western Roman power. However, potential controversies exist regarding the long-term impact of the victory. While it temporarily secured Roman borders, it arguably did little to address the systemic vulnerabilities plaguing the empire, such as political instability and economic decay. Critics argue the battle was a short-term tactical success, but a strategic hollow victory that failed to stave off eventual barbarian dominance. The Battle of Verona connects to wider themes of Roman decline by highlighting the latent strength still present within the empire, but also underscoring the fragility of its political and military structures. It serves as a reminder of Rome's former might, showcasing how the empire could still mobilize and repel threats despite its gradual descent. Yet it also signals the beginning of the end, as subsequent victories proved increasingly elusive. This battle not only epitomizes a fleeting triumph, but also sets the stage for future conflicts that would culminate in the eventual fall of the Western Roman Empire. The historical context and preceding events surrounding the Battle of Verona in 403 CE is crucial to understanding Rome's last significant victory over the Goths. This context encompasses the socio-political and military circumstances leading up to this conflict. In the late 4th century, the Roman Empire was experiencing profound transformations. The empire was divided into the Western and Eastern Roman empires, each grappling with internal strife and external threats. The Goths, a group of East Germanic tribes, had been formidable adversaries. Their migration and settlement pressures on Roman territories, particularly after the Visigoths' victory at the Battle of Adrianople in 378 CE, showcased the growing threat they posed to Roman supremacy. Understanding these dynamics is vital as they highlight the precarious balance of power during this era. The Battle of Verona was not just another skirmish. It symbolized a temporary reversal of fortune for the Western Roman Empire, which was struggling to maintain its territories against increasingly potent barbarian forces. Key events leading up to Verona, such as the Gothic War and the sack of Rome by Alaric I in 410 CE, underscore how critical this battle was in demonstrating Roman resilience and military prowess, even as the empire's influence waned. Specific examples include the leadership of Stilicho, the Roman general whose military strategy and command were central to Rome's victory at Verona. His adept handling of Roman and barbarian troops demonstrated a rare moment of unity and effectiveness in the face of overwhelming odds. Additionally, the backdrop of Alaric's prior incursions into Italy illustrates both the imminence of the Gothic threat and the strategic importance of defeating them to stabilize the region. However, opinions differ regarding the long-term impact of the Battle of Verona. Some historians view it as a fleeting success that merely postponed the inevitable decline of the Western Roman Empire. Given the strategic challenges and limited resources, it exemplified a temporary relief rather than a sustainable victory. Alternative viewpoints focus on the empire's internal weaknesses, such as economic instability and political infighting, which may have been more significant in its decline than external pressures alone. This battle set the stage for future engagements and highlighted the importance of securing not just military victories, but also political stability. Ultimately, the historical context underscores the interconnectedness of military and political efforts to preserve an empire on the cusp of transformation and decline, influencing how subsequent generations perceive the Roman Empire's legacy. The Battle of Verona in 403 CE stands as a pivotal moment in Roman history, marking Rome's last major victory over the Goths. This battle was not just a military confrontation, but a symbol of the Roman Empire's waning dominance amid the relentless pressure from barbarian tribes. The battle itself was fought between the Western Roman forces, led by the capable general Stilicho, and the Gothic king Alaric I. This triumph temporarily halted the encroachment of the Goths into Italy and provided a semblance of stability for the Roman Empire, which was already beginning its decline. The significance of this victory lay in its temporary reinforcement of the Roman military reputation and the morale boost it provided to the Western Roman Empire. This momentary success delayed the inevitable collapse of Rome and showcased the skillful leadership of Stilicho, whose strategies were instrumental in orchestrating the victory at Verona. The victory, however, was fleeting, as the empire continued to face internal corruption, economic instability, and relentless external threats. One example of the broader impact of this victory was how it allowed Rome to regroup and bolster its defenses temporarily, preventing further immediate invasions into Italy, which could have precipitated an even quicker downfall of the empire. Another example is the boost in Roman confidence and morale, providing some hope to a society largely plagued by despair over continuous losses against the barbarian forces. Despite these temporary positives, the larger problems of the empire persisted. Opinions regarding the Battle of Verona often emphasize the critical role of Stilicho, whose strategic skills resulted in this last Roman triumph against a formidable enemy. Many scholars see this battle as a testament to his military acumen. Nevertheless, there are challenges and controversies linked to this narrative. Some historians argue that the battle did little to change the ultimate fate of Rome and merely delayed the inevitable. There's also debate over whether the outcome could have been different, without the internal strife and political machinations that plagued Roman leadership during this era. The Battle of Verona connects deeply with the main theme of Roman decline. It highlights the temporary efficacy of Roman military strategies, but underscores the broader issues such as political instability and economic woes that, despite tactical victories, were insurmountable. This confrontation is a critical point in understanding the last flickers of Roman power and the gradual transition towards the medieval era in European history.